what's up everybody? I'm Chris the Geek Bowman and welcome to my YouTube channel. Right now I just want to rage here for a second because I just got done playing Tekken 7 and I'm not too happy right now about it right now. Because I love fighting games and I love playing, fighting games like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, and I just, I played Injustice 2 and beat that, and I liked them a lot. But Tekken 7, and I'm gonna just tell you what the problem, I had. I had problems with this game. It wasn't so much the graphics or or anything. Graphics were fine. I was also fine with the fact that many of the characters spoke in different languages because they did have subtitles. So that those two things are the least of my problems right now. Problem I did have with it is that some of the fights were cool. I was like just like a regular, played them just like a regular fighting game, and then there are some other fights I would get into, and right toward the end, right as you're gonna beat the guy, for some strange reason you have to hit L1 to do your rage art before the other guy, before the AI does. And I didn't know that. And I got beat up just as I was about to beat the opponent I was going up against. And which I just think absolutely sucks. Because like I said, you can, there's fights where, you could complete them, just by, you know, you know, beating the crap out of the other guy and having the life bar um, go empty. And you would beat your opponent. Of course, like I said, when you would get to an opponent, and just as you're about to beat him, and I didn't know this, but he would use his rage art on you before I even knew it. So in order to get it before he does, you have to hit L1, and that's one thing I didn't know, and I didn't like that. I hated that actually. Another thing I hated about Tekken 7 is the fact that you can only use your rage art one time in the whole game, and that's toward the end of the fight. And I wish the company that made this game, Bandai and Namco, would have made it to where there, instead of it only popping up once and having you having it be only used once and having it just pop up on the screen, having you hit one button and do it. I wish they would have had, like the life bar, life bar above you, above on the top of the screen. Wish they would have had a rage art bar under that, and you would have been able to do your rage art when it would fill up. That's what they did for Mortal Kombat. They would have a little bar under there, and it would fill up, and you could do all kinds of special combos and stuff. And they didn't have it. They didn't have it in this game. It would just pop up once, and you would have to hit L1 before your opponent could even do his rage art move or his special or whatever it's called. And, and, and technically, and the story, okay, the story, there was just a little more story than there was fighting, which I thought sucked. There should have been. I know, it's a story mode and everything. I beat a lot of story modes, but I just wish it would have been a little longer and it had more fights in it. But no, it actually took me, just over 3 hours to beat. Or actually, the initial story mode before the credits, it took me, you know, almost 3 hours. And then after the credits, there's a cutscene. And then at the end of the cutscene, you earn a special fight at the end of the game, which you have to use one of the characters. I forget his name, but he's a demon at the end of the game, and basically you're down in hell, and you have to face Akuma. Now, here's what kind of pisses me off as well. It's a pain in the ass to beat Akuma. Why? Because it's just like trying to defeat M. Bison at the end of Street Fighter V, which was also a pain in the ass. But basically, they do the same thing when you do finally drain his life bar. When you drain his life bar, you have to hit L1 before he has a chance to move in on you and do his rage art move. And I didn't, and I barely, and I didn't know to do that because I thought I could beat him without it. No, but no, I had to use my rage art move at the very end, and he kept beating me, which sucked. Kept using the same moves, and I could barely make a move in on him without getting hit. That's the thing that's sucked. Those are the things that sucked about this game is that the gameplay, the story mode, it was just too short. I wish there would have been more fights. I wish they would have had a rage art meter, like the life meter in the top of the screen, instead of having it pop up only once and you being able to only do it one time, which just absolutely sucked. And another problem I had with it were some of the characters were, I felt were kind of weak. I had trouble using them. But there were some characters that I was really digging, like Lee and Claudio, yep, and I don't think I get to use. I think I got to use Lee, and I got to use guy's name, Lars. Got to use him. Cool. Heihachi and his son that turns into a demon. I had a problem with where it felt. And, I had trouble doing their combos and everything. Which is why I was getting my butt kicked by Akuma at the very end. But other than that, man, it was an okay game. I mean, it was a little short. Could have had more fights. Could have had more to the story. But the game was just okay. But so I'm actually going to give this a rating because this is the first time I'm ever, reviewing a video game, which I've never done on this channel. I've reviewed movies and stuff, but never video games. But anyway, I'm gonna go give this my rating tonight. This game, and from a scale of 1 to 5, I am gonna go and give this game a. What should I give it? I'm gonna give it. I mean, besides all the problems, the story was okay. Um, there's just not enough of it. But yeah, I'm gonna go give my rating from 1 to 5. I am gonna go and give this game 3, a 3 out of 5. I just wasn't the greatest, best Tekken game uh, that I've played, or the best fighting game that I've played. But anyway, that is my final rating. Yep, I'm gonna give it a 3. And so anyway, I think so. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to ding that bell if you want notifications in your email. And yep. So anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. And I have been Chris the Geek Bowman. And have a great night, everybody. Take care.